And what we're going to do today is we're going to cover the setup and customization of the new Kalatu Blog platform that is going to become a very large part of our marketing arsenal. Now, if you don't have Kalatu yet, that's fine. Don't worry about it. This is good information. You're going to want to know it anyways. And because it's a WordPress base, if you've got a WordPress blog, you can apply this to it as well. All right, so I've logged into my Empower back office. When you first get notified that you have access to the Kalatu blog, what you'll do is you'll come back here, you go into the Kalatu, and mine is going to bring me over into mine, but what it would do is it would take you to a page where you create your user ID and password. The next step, it takes you to the social media card to connect your social medias. All right, so I'm not going to cover the create a user ID, right? You guys all know how to do that. Not really, right? The point of the call, we're here to get right in and dig in. So you have the option of connecting 4 social media accounts, okay? I do strongly recommend that you do so, at least 3 of them. I know LinkedIn can be difficult to set up, but it absolutely is worth doing so. And we can always do further trainings down the line on, right, how to optimize those accounts for best use with this. So, right, Facebook, you would just click here, connect Facebook. So we'll just disconnect one. Right. It allows you to log in. You log in, and it automatically grabs it. Okay, that's your personal Facebook profile. If you want to connect your actual Facebook fan page, you have to go in the back office and edit it. You can do either or, right? Either or works, right? And then connect Twitter, again, right? You've already got a Twitter account. So you just go ahead and hit connect Twitter, right? Wants authorization, you say yes, I authorize. And Twitter should be connected. There we go. Blue check mark in front of Twitter is connected, right? LinkedIn, again, very simple. It should take you where it thinks you are. Allow access, right? Very, very simple. Connect YouTube, right? Select the YouTube account you want to use. And let's just do this one, and accept. If you have more than one channel, you'll have to choose. That was what that second step was I had to choose my personal channel rather than the other channel that I have, right? And accept. Now, it's important to do this for multiple reasons, but the biggest reason is people are going to visit your blog. You've got call to actions in here that say, hey, share the posts, right? You've got banners, you've got bars with buttons that say, right, you want to see my current post on Facebook or on wherever, right, go here. You want this to work. The more people's eyeballs on the page, the better, right? So if you don't have any of those set up, right, or any one of those not set up, it is worth it. Right? And as we go along, as we build the blog and as you see the interaction, you'll see more and more why it's important. Okay? So there you go. Connect the social profiles below. Now start the blogging challenge. I'm going to come back to that. Okay? There's a few other things that you may want to do to customize your site. Like right now it's good to go. You could run. But it's going to look the same as everybody else's. So you need to put a little bit of thought into it starting at this point, right? You've already taken the time to sit down, right? I know I've spoken with a good number of you directly, right? You've come up with really good ideas as to what your main blog topic's going to be, what you're going to blog about 80% of the time, right? If you haven't come up with that, the minute we are done training tonight, go sit down and work it out. Don't worry about whether or not you can tie it to your Empower business. Trust me, you can, and we will, and you'll see. but you need something to talk about that you care enough about that you'll do it on a consistent basis. Consistency and persistence are what is going to build your business. It's the same thing with your blog. Okay? So you're going to go, right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the themes. You're going to see the different themes that are available. Okay? Exactly, Dale. Blog about your passion, whatever that passion is. Right? And you'll see examples of that as we go along, right? There's a number of us that have already started, right? Where you can see the theme is already starting to show up, right? So, right, and especially when you get to the Q&A, if you don't know, start making notes, jotting down ideas, right? Part of the Q&A, right, if that's something you want to know, then we'll work it out, right? Or if you want to know how to add a picture or where to go here to do that, that's why we're here tonight, okay? So you have 5 themes right now to choose from in the beta sequence, okay? Theme 1 is set up quite similar to ENV2, right? For those that are happy with the way it looks, right? This one is done up pretty similar, and it's the one I'm using right now, right? That could change. You have this other theme here. Let's just see here. Let's go to building done. Okay. So this is my current blog, right? See how it looks, right? And you see here, right? Click the links. Notice what 4 links are there. Now, right? Maybe you want to try theme 2. Right? So here then is theme 2, right? Kind of bigger, blockier header, right? And it starts. It's got your top posts right there on the screen, right there. No sidebars, no anything else to sidetrack people, and right. It may appeal to you, it may not. It's why we have, right, 5 themes. So, right, then you've got this theme. This thing's kind of cool, at least when you're on the home page. The video that plays back here is really kind of neat. Unfortunately, right now it's only showing on the home page, right? But again, right, then you've got your recent posts, no sidebars or anything to get people sidetracked, right? They're here to look at your posts and that's it, right? Or they've got a contact, right, up here. But, right, very, very visual. If you're sending a lot of traffic to your home page, might be something to look at, right? You can even add, right, videos that have audio tracks. I wouldn't put a training video here, right? You want something that's going to engage people, and most of our trainings are a little long. If you're going to put a video here, think 1.5 to 3 minutes. It'll loop. Okay? And again, right, it's your choice. This is your blog. Right? This is the next one. Right? Narrow top, contact info, static down the side. And I think this one may still have a couple of bugs, right? Remember, we're in beta mode, so there's going to be bugs. Don't have panic attacks. Report them. They'll get them handled, right? I don't know if this site is supposed to scroll or not, but right, it's dropped my YouTube link down below where you can see it, and it doesn't, right? But right, then you've got a nice big banner on this side with your posts in the middle, right? And you can have different plugins here, and I'll show you, right? You know, right? My YouTube videos, right? All get posted here, what have you. So, right, this is right? One more theme. And then if you're planning on doing lots and lots and lots of videos, this theme is good because it doesn't allow for clutter. You notice how it, right, like big, prominent, right? I don't have videos on these right now, but you see how big the images are, right? Your videos would be that big as well. So, right, Dale, you do a fair amount of videos. It might be a style that you might find useful, right? Or anybody else that starts to do a lot of video content. My only thing, like, I like the sidebar. I like to have, right, my contact info and whatnot showing. So I find that there isn't enough. You're going to test it. Good. Let us know. Keep us in the loop. Let us know how it goes. Right? If you're planning on doing a lot of videos, you want, right, you want a nice big, right? You don't want people having to, right, watch a 2-inch screen, right? But again, just one more version of your blog. And you can bounce it around this way, right? You notice I'm flipping themes around, right? I'm going to go back to my theme. Everything is going to be exactly where I put it, right? Now, if somebody had been surfing around on my site at the time I was doing that, that might have given them a little bit of a, what is going on here? But other than that, right, whatever. Okay, so choose your theme. But don't get locked into your theme. If you like it now and you want to try it, try it. If it doesn't work, if you don't like it, if you find you can't do what you want, right, you can always go back and update it. Definitely, Dale. Although, I don't know, you've got to, right, like, I like your videos, Dale. You're good. Right, like, you do good videos. But, right, don't lock yourselves into, oh, I chose this, therefore I have to stay with it. No worries, Dale. Okay? So that's your themes. Now that you've got a theme, now you can go into theme settings if you want. Again, this customization is if you want. Your blog will work without it. This will just help to stamp it more as your own, right? And so when you go in here, there's all different kinds of sections in here. I'm just going to, right, start at the top and work our way through, right? For general, this is your logo, right? And so technically, this is what I'm using as a logo right now, is my name. So the logo text, right, because I'm doing a text logo, goes in here. Now, if I wanted to do an image logo, I could switch it to an image logo, and then I would need to upload my image logo, right? If you want to create an image and have an image logo up there, go for it, right? Again, your choice, your blog, your business, okay? You can mess with like the logo color, your navigation bar color, right? Your navigation bar text color. So this is your navigation bar here and up here. I think this is the navigation bar they're talking about, right? So you can change the color of it. You can change the color of the font, right? Your post background color. You could even use a background image if you wanted to do a background image instead of, right, changing the background color or whatever. You could upload an actual image. You'd then have to choose whether it repeated and all of that kind of stuff as well. So if it overwhelms, don't do it yet. Okay? This customization is for when you want to plan, like imprint more of your personality on it, make it more yours. And I encourage you to do so. But don't get bogged down in the details. Okay? I didn't actually do any of this for the first week I had the blog. I uploaded my picture and my cover image, and that was it. There we go. Good to go. Don't get bogged down in the details. But if you can, it is definitely worth doing some customization. Okay? I'm not really real fond of, I don't get a whole lot of interaction unless I ask for it. So I'm all about interaction, right? I want to know I'm not talking to myself. So feel free to, right, post questions, say yes, say yep, got it, or ask, right, so that I know that I'm not talking to dead air. Right? Then you've got things like you've got your link color, right, and your link hover color. So your link color is, right, what color the link looks like on the page. Obviously, the hover color, when somebody goes to hover, it changes color. Kind of gives them as much, like a little bit more of a visual, yes, they can click that, right? And then favorite icon, favicon is favorite icon. Needs to be 25 pixels by 25 pixels and a PNG file. Again, your choice. Right now, right, I've left. Yeah, for sure, Dale, right? Purple's awesome. I've left the Kalatu favicon there for the moment, but if you've got a favorite icon that you want to use, that where like you have one designed for you, you can just go in here and click this bar, right, and have the ability to upload new. Right, so you'd hit upload new, you'd go to your pictures where the PNG file is, right? That's a JPEG, that's a JPEG, that's a JPEG. I don't know that I don't have a whole lot of PNG. Yeah, most of what I got are GIFs, but right, you would select it, right, or drop a file here and upload it, right? You can remove image if you want as well, right? If you uploaded one and right, wasn't what you wanted, you can remove it, whatever. Okay, so that's the general stuff. That's the right, the overall stuff. You've also got options on what fonts you want to use on your page, what fonts you want your headers at, what fonts you want your blog post, like your postings to be at, right? So your page font, your overall font, right? And you can play with these. There's all different kinds of them, right? What I will suggest is make sure they are legible. Make sure people can read them. If you pick a really fancy, funky font, it might look cool, but is it readable? Right? If people can't read it, they're not going to stick around. And right, why go through all the effort of putting awesome information out there if you've got it in a font that nobody can read, right? Right? And then you've got your title font, right? So there's your title. You can change your title font. And then you've got your content font, the actual blog post itself font, right? And again, right, all different kinds. I'm not going to muck too much at those because there is so much. Exactly, Dale. We don't want to give the reader a headache trying to read it, right? There are so many different fonts in here that, right, I could get bogged down for the next hour just playing with fonts in here. So, right, make it your own. And if it starts to overstress you, exactly, Dale, right? But if it starts to get too much for you, then stop. It doesn't have to be done. Right? And yeah, Dale, if you drop, you betcha. Well, sometimes it's the simple things that matter, right? A few tweaks here and there, right, puts your own stamp on it, right? So, right, feel free, make it yours, right? Different fonts. Latest posts, okay? Wants to know how many to show. That's right, like that's in your main posting area. How many posts you want to have on that main page. Honestly, I wouldn't go any higher than 9, right? I would not go all, And the reason I wouldn't is it would make this page the slowest loading page ever to grace the internet, right? And again, you're dealing with people online. Their patience level is pretty minimal, right? You make them wait, they aren't going to stick around, right? But you can choose 3, 6, 9, or all. Okay? I'm not saying you can't choose all, just be aware that you are going to pay a penalty. All right? Homepage header. Right? This is where, right, again, you get to do your thing. All you do is click the drop-down arrow, right? Recognize this from the last image one, right? Upload new or media library. If you've uploaded a picture already and you want to use it, you could go here in the media library and open library and select it out of here, right? And all you do, right, is you just select it. Right? Right? Just select it and hit insert, right? It'll show. If I'm going to keep it, I'll hit save and publish. But if I'm not, right, I'll just refresh the page. And there you go, right? I did not save it, so it didn't make the change. Okay? So that's your header. Really simple, but key. Right? All right, homepage header. Widgets. All right. So, widgets. Widgets are fun. Widgets are one of the things that I missed when we moved away from the old WordPress blog platform, right? Widgets are what you can put here on the sidebar. There's all different kinds of them, right? Automatically, Empower gives you a couple that are already placed so that you don't have to customize if you don't want to, right? So it automatically added my YouTube channel videos, right? A recent posts widget so that my recent posts show up on that front page, right? And recent comments down here. Now, if I wanted them in a different order, just drag and drop, right? And it bounces them around over here. You can check it out, right? You can add a widget, right? There are other widgets. You can add an archives widget or a calendar widget, right? You can show your list of categories, right? Your list of pages, search box, the tag cloud. If you don't want, Lance, you're on the call. You've got a tag cloud on your domain. Do you want to drop the link for it here? I was going to ask you for it before, and it slipped my mind. Thank you. Very, very nice blog, by the way, right? And folks, you see again, like Lance has uploaded his own, right, little image up there, that is phenomenal and it's really, really pretty, right? His own custom page header, right, with a good picture of him. Lance, the update today disconnected some of the social sites, so you may want to go back in and reconnect the other three, right? Nice big banner, right? No worries. And then recent posts, right? Just like normal. And then your tag cloud. And what this does is, right, when you're posting your post, right, you're giving it tags, which are your keywords. If you use the same tag multiple times, it will make it bigger out here, right? So I can tell just by looking that like a lot of Lance's posts are on blogging, on dreams, on life, online marketing, prosperity, success. I know because of the way that these are a lot bigger than the other tag, right? And it will, right, as Lance posts more and, right, posts more to the tags, you'll see there'll be a lot of range, right? And they can hover, right? You see 2 topics under blogging. I know there's 2 posts there, right? It's a cool widget. Not everybody has to use it, right? I don't have it on mine currently, but, right, again, to make your blog a little different, it is very cool. I agree, right? And you want it. It's super, super easy. This is your widget area. You grab it and drop it, I do believe. Maybe we just click on it. There we go. Just click on it. No drag and drop needed. Drag and drop here if you want to reorder. Right? So if we go down here, right, most of ours so far have been individual tags. So, right, there hasn't been a lot that have been multiple posts yet. So ours aren't that big, right? And you can delete it, right? What have you. It just pulls it right off. Right? I have, let's go, recent posts, recent comments, and YouTube channels. So, right, like right under my banner now are my recent posts, followed by recent comments, right, followed by my YouTube video channel. Right? They did try really hard to make this a no-brainer. Right? Now, what you do if you change this, you need to hit save and publish before you leave your widget section. If you don't hit save and publish, your edits will be lost. Right? You can't hit save and publish too many times as far as I'm concerned, really. Right? I'd rather save it than lose it. Okay? So that's your widget sidebar. Opt-in form. You'll notice that some of us have an opt-in form at the bottom of our posts. And I'm pretty sure, Lance, you do too, don't you? Right? This stay connected section here. Right? Or I'll bet you Lance has one. Yep. Sign up to receive updates. Right? You edit that and turn it off and on in here under the opt-in. You need to select enable, right? It isn't by default usually enabled because you have to input your autoresponder information to make it work properly. So open it up, opt-in simple, check off enable. There are 4 different styles. Really matters. I may have to save it to update it. Right? But there's, you can, oh, there we go. Just give it a moment. And it seems to catch up. So, right. So that one's white. Visuals. Mailing list service, the only ones that they have are GetResponse and Aweber, and since we are in iPass for the most part and we're already using GetResponse, you're just going to create a new campaign in your Get Response account and bring over the campaign name and plug it in there. Right, mine has name and email because of the way I set it up. Lance is just requesting email. Either works, right? Some people aren't going to be as likely to want to give their name as well as their email. On the other hand, right, I have a name to work with. So it's kind of a balance, right? You'll get more leads, right, if you do just the email address. You'll get a tiny bit more quality lead if you've got a name as well. Like if they're willing to put their name and their email address in, they're a little bit more serious. Not a lot of difference. And again, right, your blog, your choice. Right? Title is what goes in here. Okay, pretty simple. Description, obviously, right? Your description is going in here. Don't get terribly carried away. You do not need a 5-paragraph description here. Short and sweet. Keep it to the point. Okay? And there's that. So that is the opt-in box, right? Your opt-in form. Again, right? You want leads. This is one of your main lead points. Okay. Social pop settings. These are this section here. Okay. You have the ability to have it placed above your blog post here, right underneath your featured image, and or at the bottom of your post. Folks, you really want people sharing this on social medias. Put it in both spots. Okay? Your text there, right? I haven't changed it. I think that that's an awesome call to action for that. But if you want to change it, right, again, your personality, your blog, you can do so right there. Okay? You can choose which buttons people can use, right, which buttons are going to show, and the style of button, right? Personally, I find these cute, but you've got everything. See how quickly it will actually cycle through them for us. Because I think, Lance, you're using the same buttons, aren't you? Is anybody using different buttons that can drop their link quick in the chat area? Oh, there we go. There's one. That's the Arbenta. Yeah, exactly, Dale. Right. The metal ones look kind of cool. I would use those on a colored background, though. They don't really stand out enough on a white background. Right. My page people. Right. Then you've got plain, which is going to look very much like the square boxy ones up at the top of your page. Right. For being plain, those are kind of funky. Right. Retro. Becky, those might be kind of cool for your classic car type posts. Maybe. Your choice, right? But those, I think those might be a good set for your blog, right? Or the little ribbons, right? With the little page tear end. Right? Simple, right? Standard ones. Exactly. Agreed, Dale. Right? You want your buttons to stand out, right? You want those social buttons to be very, very apparent, right? Which is why, right, like the lighter gray ones that I was looking at would not be a good fit for my blog because I'm working on a white background. I want something that's going to be, right, more colorful, right? But again, they've gone ahead and made it so that, right, we can customize it well enough to make it absolutely our own, okay? Author box. When you are writing your posts, you are the author. If it is you and a spouse or you and a partner, right, and you're both going to be writing blog posts, you can actually, right, have a couple of authors in here. As you'll notice, right, I've got myself as well as my husband there, right. It's nice to have it in here already so that you don't have to keep mucking with things, right. Author 1, your name, right, the name of the author. Back up here to grab a different post. Right. Your author box goes right at the bottom, and it's right, nice prominent pictures, so, right, use it. You want people to start recognizing you, so make sure that it's a good picture, right? And if you have to get a professional one done, do so. Don't make it too stiff, like, right? Give it some personality, but if you're not happy with your pictures, you're not going to be posting it all over the place, and you need to be posting it all over the place. So put a picture up you can be happy with, okay? Again, right, just like uploading pictures for any of the other pieces that we've gone through already, right? Upload new or media library or drop file. Author bio, this is what goes here, okay? It starts out, thank you for reading my posts. If you'd like to connect, reach out to me on Facebook, is what it is defaulted to. If you don't spend much time on Facebook, if you don't interact on Facebook, then Facebook is not the platform you want to have listed here, right, for them to contact you. And exactly, right, Tony Tazak built his business around his picture. Everybody knows that picture of Tony, right? You see that picture, you know, oh, that's Tony Tazak, right? He's got that traffic exchange company, and, right, there's a few other things he's got, but Tazak is, right, comes to mind. Branding yourself, branding your business, right? Not necessarily branding Empower, branding you and your business. So if you need to change it, change it. I did, right? I am on Skype all the time. You guys all know that, right? Best place to reach me? Skype. We all know this. That's what I put. Now, because we don't have a Skype connection yet, yep, businesses come and go. You are what needs to stay consistent, right? You can change up the back end offer then at any point, and it doesn't matter because it's you on the front end, right? And everybody's used to you at the front end. If you're going to do Skype in here, add your Skype ID, okay? One thing that, I'm sorry, Dale, I'm gonna use you as an example for this. Yep, people join you, not a business. Agreed. Okay. I know we like to put links everywhere, okay? And I'm sorry, Dale, right? I know we like to put links everywhere. not necessarily always your best plan, okay? You see what happened here? Right? It as compared to clean, right? And I know, I'm bad. Lance managed, right, like, Lance, I may get you, when you come up at the end of the training, I may get you to talk about how you did that. This is perfectly fine, right? It's not the link. It should, Becky, you might have to change, right, you might have to change it in a few different spots, but we'll make sure that you do, right? If you change the picture, it will actually change it on all of your blog posts. You don't have to go individually or anything, and, right, all of that we'll make sure of, but, right, putting this kind of a call to action with it being clickable is awesome, is fine, right? But when you're looking at, right, just as a visual, just as a professional level, right? I know, Dale, you want your blog to be very, very professional level, right? See what's working for me and my team. Beautiful. But if we can maybe get Lance to talk about how he did this as a clickable link rather than, right, the long, right, again, affiliate link where somebody could clip off your affiliate info. Right? It's one of the big reasons we do it is people will deliberately, they'll go here and they'll, right, grab this or they'll grab this, but they'll deliberately cut off what they know is the affiliate ID. They can't do that here. Less risk of you losing a commission. And looks very presentable, very clean. Okay. Sorry, Dale, like yours was the one I noticed it on. But it was something that I wanted to kind of bring to everybody's attention is, right, I know, we've been taught slap your link in all of these places. I'm saying yes, but we need to do it with a little bit more forethought than maybe they expected us to, right? But again, right, Lance has gone through, and again, right, customize your author box. People are going to see this, right? It's important. But the only thing I would do here is I would actually crop this picture smaller so that it zooms in a little bit more. Yeah, it would probably be a good idea, Lance, to add your Skype there. Right? I love the background here, but I think you could get rid of a little bit of the background and bring the focus a little bit more towards you. Just because I can't seem to help giving me constructive criticism sorry, I try to make it always constructive, right? Try not to step on people's toes, for sure. Right? Okay, so we're going to go back to customization, right? Now, in here as well, this is where you put your Facebook username or your Facebook user number. Awesome, Lance. Right? Your YouTube user ID or URL. Twitter, right? This is where these boxes are coming from. Right? Your LinkedIn username or I may have to go fix one. No, that'll work. Right? Brings you right to the page. Right? Ah, there you go. Dale, that would be where it would be good to put your link is here with the call to action text. see what's working, right? See what's working for me, right? My team. I'm a little careful with the and symbols because sometimes the computer programs go all glitchy and it gives you a gobbledygook instead of symbol. But the link goes in here and then the name below. Cool. See? Learn something new every day. So your link URL would be there. So right, just as an example, there's your link. You put it there. And then the link name is what ends up being hyperlinked. Right? Link name, see. There. Sweet. Right? So you could have, see what's working for me and my team, and under link name, click here, additional eyeballs on the page. Sometimes Dale is all it takes, right? You've got somebody else that looks and goes, oh, I know how to do that, right? The whole point of our team, right? The whole reason we're supporting each other, right? Click here probably wouldn't be the best to use, right? But see what's working for me and my team. Oh, yeah, right? But obvious, oblivious, yeah, whatever, right? Watch this short. By watching, let's do this by watch this short video. Sorry, Dale, I'm not going to leave it your link. Right? Actually, I think what I would probably do is watch this short presentation to see what's working for me and my team. Did you see, folks, how easy that is to edit, right? It's right there, right? Yeah, it takes a few seconds to, right, show up here, but you can see it, and it doesn't go public until you hit save and publish. Okay? Now, I'm going to hit save and publish on this one because I like what I edited. Okay? So saved. That's how you know it's saved. Cool, Dale. I look for, right, shaping our blogs is going to be an ongoing process. So when you're working with your blog, when you find something that works better, fix it, right? Or somebody makes a recommendation, and you're like, oh, wow, that's awesome. Change it, right? This thing is fluid. It will, right, flex with you while you make it yours, right? And then you can do the author name in a cursive font, right? I haven't actually played with this part before. It looks like it might take it a moment again to catch up, but right? Let's see, we'll just give it a quick moment to see if it will actually change for us. But what it'll do is, I'm sure this is what it's going to change up. Right? And again, right, gives your signature a little bit more personality. And it may or may not do so in a reasonable time. All right, well, we're recording, and I don't really want us to sit here for too long, so I'll leave it there. We'll see whether or not it changes. Right? If somebody notices it changed, certainly, right, and I don't, pipe up. Next section is your banner ads. Okay, you have technically 3 banners that you can add in, 3 banner locations. Okay, you've got this one here, right, which is your sidebar one, and it won't necessarily always be right up here, right, like there's a certain amount, again, of customization, but, right, there is a sidebar banner. This is it, right? Upload the image you want to use, and you should all have access to the Kalatu banner zip file that I uploaded to our team Dropbox, right? Chris Record went ahead and had banners created for us in multiple different categories that are the exact right size we need, right? So again, you don't have to beat your head against the wall, right? I went and grabbed a new one, right? Again, our blog is on gaming, so I grabbed a gaming-based sidebar banner, right? So you've got it there. That's your image, right? And you can upload, add from media library, right? This one doesn't require a URL for the image. And then you have your URL that is the clickable, right? This banner will go to this image, right, to this video. And you can make that whatever you want, right? So I could have got a quick sip of coffee here, so it's starting to add a little. All right. So sidebar banner. Footer banner. This is the one here, right? And again, click on here, choose the banner you want to use, upload. Really? There we go. I see somebody new has joined. I'm going to mute out our newest dog. Okay. So these are the banners, right? Different banner topics that they've created for us, right? There's some that are based on animals, art, cars, right? Fitness or weights. Again, Becky, cars, right? Freedom, right? Games, video games. So, right, I have a couple of different options for what I'm doing, right? Money, music, nature, outdoors, photography, different professions, right? A whole bunch just on real estate, right? If you know real estate agents and they need a good blog, right? They need a web presence, right? Sports, technology, right? And they come, right, the different sizes, right? Just go ahead and send me video games. Got that one and say open. Excellent, Becky. When it looks like your old car, that'll be awesome, right? So there you go. See, it changed, right? And again, the URL, where you want it to go, okay? And it doesn't always have to be in Power Network products, right? You could be putting iPass banners in here and have it going to your iPass, right? It doesn't matter. Whatever you want the banner to do. And then the middle of the post blog banner, that one, it depends really on what your, right, the style of your blog, right? I wouldn't use it in a lot of cases, right? It puts a great big banner in the, like, kind of midway through your blog, and, right, there are times to use it, but if you enable it here, it goes into every single post. I would rather insert it on the posts I want it on and hyperlink it. Okay? The footer banner, the sidebar banner, I'm happy with it being on everything. But the one that breaks the middle of my blog post up, it would have to be really, really, really related to all of my posts. And I can't guarantee that. So the option is there, right? And definitely, if you want to use it, go for it. But again, think about it intelligently. Steve Kern, are you on? No, Steve's not on the thing. Steve's got a really good blog. Excellent. Awesome. Thank you, Dale. Right, the link for the banners is posted in our team chat, right, over in our team Skype. Steve Kern is developing a food and drink blog, right, that is, it's turning into a beautiful, right, beautiful blog. I personally, being Steve, I wouldn't want Empower Network banners or iPass banners to go right in the middle of, right, like a recipe for, what did he do? He did a detox recipe for the day after New Year's, right? Not appropriate, right? So you'll want to, right, pay attention. Is it going to work or not? If it's not, don't use it, or use it sparingly, okay? Banner ad settings, right? And then again, your social card settings. Now, Becky, this is why, right, I said you'll need to look around and change it in the different areas. This would be another area that you would want to change up your picture when you get a new image for yourself, right? Everywhere you can find your old picture, replace it with the new one, right? And again, right, your name, your profile image border color, and your social card background color, right? That is here. Your profile image border color, your social card background color, and the text that goes with it. It can be a good strategy depending on what what the main theme of your blog is going to be. Becky? Right? With yours, it might be a little difficult to do, right? Dale's blog focuses on, right, home business and teaching people what they need for their home business, and right, like that's a lot of what Dale posts, right? And so for Dale, right, his home biz coach is his focus. And Dale, feel free to pipe in here if you want to add your 2 cents worth in, like, especially if I'm not correct. But right, my gaming stuff doesn't really need a, right, I'm not posting enough about personal development and home businesses and stuff that I would want to put something like that in my header, right? That's actually this, right? Yeah, that's Dale's brand. He's passionate. Oh, his kitchen wallpaper. Um, it's fine. It's a lot better than what we were initially working with for Dale. So we're kind of improving in increments, right? Because he talks about home business, right? The image from his home is somewhat more appropriate. Does that make sense? Right? You need to tie everything together. So, right, because Dale is doing Home Biz Coach, posting a good picture of him in his home is not a bad thing, right? But may not necessarily be the best for somebody with a different theme, right? A different topic. Wish All right, there we go. This is Steve Kern's page, and he didn't know I was going to bring this up anyways, but, right, he's talking about food and drink, right? Great food and great tunes, right? Holiday detox smoothie, right? Tasty treat recipe, right? Finally hit a personal development, but it's inspirational personal development videos, right? Then he jumps back, Christmas story, right? So it might not be best to have, right, his home be his background because it's not really what he's talking about in the majority of his posts, right? Now this one is an awesome post, right? He put some definite effort into it, and it's appropriate. But, right, like recipes and smoothies and, right, food and music, it would be a different branding style. Does that help? Am I still here? You guys can still hear me, right? Cool. Okay. Cool. So, did that help answer the question, Becky? Cool. All right. So we're going to go back here, right? And this view our latest social media post by clicking the links, right, is the text that goes here, right, with the arrow pointing over to, right, the social media links. And you can show whichever ones you want. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, right, then it probably wouldn't be worth having a LinkedIn one here, right, because you're not going to have any social media posts on LinkedIn. Uncheck it. Easy enough to do. Save and publish. I can't emphasize enough. If you don't hit save and publish, you'll lose your changes. That's actually, hi Steve, good timing. And Dale's right. Becky, I'm going to actually read this one. This is a good one for you, Becky. Might be a picture of you standing next to a classic car or next to your vet. Right? because you're going to be talking more about classic cars, right? Things you can do to keep your car looking good, and right, all of that kind of stuff. That would tie it in nicely. Right? And so, right, it's the main reason that I've been saying sit down, guys, and decide on a topic that 80% of your posts are going to be on your blog. When you decide on a topic, you can start plugging these different things in, right, and taking a look. Hey, Steve. We were just talking about branding our blogs, whether or not we should be branding, like Dale brands his for his home business and whatnot. I actually pulled yours up because trying to brand you as a home business style one would not work well, right? With your the focus on the food and the drink. So I wanted to bring you out for just a quick minute and let you know that your blog is coming out absolutely beautifully, right? It's obvious that you're putting the time and effort into it, and it will pay off.
Well, thanks. I put quite a bit of time into that particular post.
Yes, right.
Too much time?
No, not too much. Definitely not. It was very, very well written, right?
Thanks.
And why I encourage everybody to share this out there. Right?
Well, thank you.
No worries. No worries. Right. We've been going through customizing, and things like, right, you can change what your social buttons on here look like and whatnot. Might be something you could want to take a look at.
Okay.
I'm recording today
Something
too,
cooler.
so yeah. There's 7 or 8 different styles of buttons that you could be using. Right, you may decide that you like one better than that.
Okay.
Okay. And like I said, I'm recording, so even though you came on the call a little late, you'll have access to all of what we covered. And
Yeah,
you didn't know
sorry
I was
about
going to
that.
grab your blog. I just went digging. It was like, you know what, I need this one for an example. So thank you very much for putting the effort in and for taking your blogging serious. Right.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. No worries. All right. So that pretty much covers the customization. Okay. Like I said, make sure you save and publish before you leave. I'm not going to worry about it because I saved the bits I wanted. "21-day blogging challenge." This is the next thing. You go in here, right? There'll be a big button that says activate 21-day blogging challenge. You click it. It'll say, all right, it's day 1, create new post. No worries, Steve. Right? You create new post, and it brings it up. Now, I'm on day 2, so hang on. Let's do this. All right. Day 1, create new post. All right. First post is going to be on your favorite videos. Right? Everybody's got a favorite video for one thing or another. Right? So what it's going to do, what Kalatu does is it builds your SEO around the keywords you're giving it. So remember when you're doing this that this is part of your SEO, but it's also going to do things like build titles off it. So don't get really weird and wordy here, or you'll get a really weird link and an odd subject, odd blog post title. Right? So keep it short in here. Right? Person, place, or thing that your videos are about. Okay? Motivation. Right? One adjective that describes the videos. Right? Amazing. Right? Or inspiring. Right? And maybe just some examples to kind of help get you along. Right? Do you want an image with this post? I know it says optional, but guys, for the most part, you want an image. That's what shows up right up here at the very top of your blog, and will frequently catch a person's attention enough to make them want to read the blog, right? I am, right? Again, top of the blog post, right? Drag big picture up here, right? Top of the blog, then your blog post. Let's go back there. So select image. All you're going to do, right, is it's going to take you into your media file. If you've uploaded an image already that you want to use, great. If you haven't, you go over here to Upload Files, select Files. Now, let's see. Let's go to blog. Yeah, use this one. Right. So you uploaded it. I loved the cartoon images, Steve. But question to the whole group, right? Do you think cartoon images, number one, catch people's attention, or number two, look amateurish? Now, don't let what I said sway you. Be honest. I'm sure Steve will appreciate it. Okay? But before we get too carried away, right? Exactly. Depends on the context. Oh, no worries, Steve. No worries. It was a good question. It was why I actually sidetracked for a moment. It was a good question. Yeah, Lance is suggesting that you switch it up, and I definitely recommend same. Right? Once you've uploaded your image, though, what you need to do, and you need, like, really need to do this, you need to give it a title. You should be using your keyword in the title. All right? How to stay help stay motivated. All right? I tend to take the title and repeat it as the alternate text. The big thing I'm not seeing people do that you need to do is you need to put a little bit of a description in there, because that description feeds into the different social medias, and you'd be amazed at where that description actually shows up. And I've noticed that a lot of people leave that blank, and then we have to create our own, and it may not include the keyword you want it to be, right? So, right, staying motivated can be difficult on these O's. Right? It doesn't even have to really be that wordy, right? But you notice that, right, stay motivated, staying motivated, right? And then you set the featured image. Okay? Why are you sharing these videos? Why did you decide that these are the videos you're putting out today? Okay? And beginning with a question or a bold, right? Like they said, begin with a question, quote, bold statement, right? Get their attention. That's what this entire thing here is. Get their attention. Right? I wanted to share, right? Have you, right? Great. You've got your own home-based business. You're working all by yourself in your little corner, and so how do you, right, keep doing it day in, day out? Right? And I'm pulling this off the top of my head, so it's definitely not perfect, but that would give me something that I could then massage and work around and add to, and, right? Get the point? You want to, right? Make people stop and think, right? Great, you've started to do this, but now you don't know what to do. Well, these videos will show you what to do. Hey, right? Holiday recipes. How do you make certain drinks or meals and so then you'll have 2 or 3 videos of people that, right, have actually walked through the recipe on video. Or your own video of walking through the recipe. See where we're going? Right? So the first thing you do is you paste your first YouTube video link there. What is it called? Sometimes when you paste your link here, it will automatically fill that spot for you, which is great as long as it reads reasonably well, right? If it doesn't, change it. Spelling and grammar count, folks, if you want people to join you in your business from your blog, okay? We have spell check, right? Word has grammar check as well. There's zero reason that you should have a lot of those kinds of mistakes in your posts. Now, the odd one here and there, you're human, right? Whatever. But really pay attention, right? You're using this for your business. You're not just blogging about whatever, right? If you were just, right, I want my blog because I want to be able to put my opinion out there and da-da-da and da-da-da, then you know what? Don't care. Sure. But if you're going to use this to build your business, to attract people into your business, then you need to give it the time and attention it deserves. Cross the I's. Oh, cross the T's, dot the I's. Make sure that when you're using a word, you're using the correct version of that word, right? There is that, right? You got there, H-E-I-R, right? H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, right? Make sure you use the correct version. Actually, I may see if Mike's willing to come up and do a bit of a training or is willing to volunteer a little bit of his time if we've got a post that maybe needs to be proofed a little bit, whether Mike would be willing to, right? I don't want to hammer Mike, right? He's got his own stuff to do, so I don't want everybody hammering him. But Mike, if you're willing to, right, maybe do a little bit of training on that or answer a few questions. If somebody's got a blog post and they can't figure out which version of, right? Cool, cool, cool. Mike's awesome, right? Mike's got 37 years in journalism, right? The amazing emails that go out, right, where they're really, really well written, Mike's the one that wrote them, right? So certainly, right, Mike's being awesome about being willing to help. Try not to use up too much of his time, but do understand that, right, Mike worked for a newspaper, right, as a newspaper reporter for like 35 plus years. So, right, the knowledge and talent is certainly there to help you polish your blog post, right? The more polished, the better. Thank you, Mike, for being so awesome and being willing to, right, step up for that. That's great. Yeah, would be a good idea. Steve's got another suggestion. Again, right? Thank you, Steve. Right? A day after you make the post, go back and read it with a critical eye, right? You'll notice typos, right? Steve noticed a couple. The other thing you can do if you're having problems with grammar, read it out loud. If you can't read it and sound like a real human being, then you probably need to do some work on it. But if you read it out loud, right, you'll notice a lot more of the things that you can fix to make it sound better. So thank you, Steve, for bringing that out. And thank you, Mike, for stepping up and being awesome about helping with the whole spelling grammar thing. Okay, so then, right, you can share comments about it. I do recommend you put at least a couple of lines in here, right? Why are you sharing this video, right? And then you go on to your second, right? Same thing. URL, title of the video, comments about the video, right? Once you click in here, right, it only brings up 2, but you can add more. Oh, there we go. There's an awesome comment from Dale, right? You don't sound like you're just off the Jerry Springer show, right? Like if you read your post and it doesn't sound like you, right, just got kicked off the Jerry Springer show, then you're probably pretty good with spelling and grammar. So, right, if you want to do more than 2 videos, which, right, if you're on a theme and you're on a roll and you want, go for it, right? Click here to add another video. It'll open up another, right? Paste the link, enter the title, enter the comments, and you can keep doing it as many times as you need. Next part is really, really important, okay? You've written an awesome, amazing blog post. Now you need your call to action at the end. This is what's going to help to start to tie things together for you. Empower has given us right, ones that we can use. You can also add a brand new one. All right, so what you do is you would select, you can tie it to, right, we've got the 4 main products are here, right? You've got, right, leave your comments, do you agree or disagree ones, right, what do you think, and then the social shares. So if you scroll down to the bottom of Speeds, right, Speeds using that looks like the viral blogging one, right? Empower's done a really nice graphic for us, right? Click here to watch the free present. It is viral blogging. Cool. That's what I thought, right? They've done very professional looking image for us. Clickable link that goes right to our links, right? And this, Steve, where does this start? How does what you share link in, right? I thought it was just this much. Here, I'm going to unmute you. It'll be easier. Okay,
Well,
you're unmuted, right?
I used some of those templates early on, and they didn't really work out that great for me. This one here, I wrote the whole post up in a text pad and just pasted it in there. So I didn't use a template at all in this one.
Okay, no worries. I do believe that you can still do the call to action tie-in when you're in doing the final edits of your posts. So,
I think the templates would be really useful if a person used them a couple of times and got the feel for what, where it's going to put stuff. But any time that you use a template and then you go to your post, you're going to want to make changes to it too.
For sure, absolutely, right? The templates are to get people started, right? And it's as much, I think, the questions and the, right, what are you going to blog about? All right, this is the info you need to enter, right, as much as anything else for those people that are fairly new to the system, right?
And when you get through with a template and click the button that says Post My Blog,
yeah,
it's going to get you to a WYSIWYG editor so that you can look at it and make any changes, and it's a normal editor for a blog posting there, so you can still change everything up the way you want.
Yep, you betcha. Right? So yeah, thank you very, very much.
Yep.
All right, so, right, you can select your call to action. I'm going to do blog, right, type in, right, how it connects, post title. This is important. Before you hit create my post, your URL is going to be based on this, and this is your post title. You need to make sure that it right, again, doesn't read like you're off the Jerry Springer show, right? So, right, because there's 2, and because I put motivation and inspiring in as my words, right? There's inspiring, there's motivation, right? 2 inspiring, motivation, right? So let's, I don't even need the number in there. Inspiring videos from I don't know. Just leave that. I will go in and edit it. Right. So you've selected your call to action. You put in here, right, how it connects, and it can be a real sideways connection, right? Becky's, right, being how, right, her business has allowed for her and her husband, right, to travel all over the place with their classic cars and do this, that, and the other thing, right? So, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a straight line, right? You can come at it from a bit of a sideways angle in here, right? And then you just go ahead and hit create my post. And like Steve said, what that does, right, is it creates in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go here. Right, so we'll just use my Christmas ones. And you see I used the and symbol. And you see what it's done. It's added all of this gobbledygook. Right? So that's fine. We'll just update that. Right? Again, right, you're not locked in stone. If you see something you need to change, change it. Right? So here we go. Right? Here's my post. It formatted it for me. I then came in and I did, right, a little bit of additional formatting to it. Right? Your call to action is right there. Right? So you can even select it even if you're not using the actual plugin, right? This stuff is still at the bottom. You can still use the call to action block, right? Here's your blog post excerpt. This is what shows on your home page and category pages, so make sure that, right, it's enough to catch their attention and tease them, but not enough to give them so much info they don't feel like they have to click to go, right, do whatever to learn the rest. Facebook sharing settings. Understand that, right, a lot of the time Facebook will allow you to select the image you want to use. Sometimes Facebook just decides it's using a different picture off the page and you cannot change it. Don't worry about it. Right? Make it the one you want. If it shows, great. If it doesn't, don't panic. Okay? Dale and I were battling with that yesterday, trying to make this image that we had here actually show up on Facebook, and we ended up having a cave. It just was not going to give it to us. What this does, Steve? Okay, so Steve, what this is when somebody posts, right, like you've got, right, where it says share this post and help spread the love, when somebody clicks on there, the info that shows in here is pulled mostly, yes, from here when someone shares it. Right? So this is a very good section to fill in because that way you get to control, right, as much as possible. All right? So definitely, even if you're not using the templates, guys, right, if you go to create a new post, it's going to bring you in here. This stuff is below, right? The call to action section is there. Your blog post excerpt session is there. Facebook sharing, right? These are important. Okay? And yeah, you get a bit of an idea as to what it will look like on Facebook, whether or not, right? If you put too much text in the share description, then it, right, gets cut off, what have you, right? Exactly, especially if you're going to post in advertising groups, right? Or if you're going to post in some of the social syndication groups. If you've got this all done up, then they don't have to, which means it's your wording that gets out there, which is what you want. Okay? And again, this is a preview, but just don't have panic attacks if it doesn't come up exactly, right, the way it should. Facebook decides what images it's using. Okay? Next part is categories. What category is this post going to go in? Right? If it's part of your 21-day blogging challenge, whether you're using the plugin or not, you can still do the 21-day blogging challenge, right, without using the plugin. You can add categories here to match. Click Add New Category. Type it in. If, right, like mine here, I've got hacks that help. That's one category. And then I have a subcategory that is tips and tricks. And there's one or two others that I'll add as I go along because I've got them. I just haven't done the posts up for them yet, right? Again, right, we do a lot of posting about our Neverwinter game. So again, our category has our keyword, Neverwinter Online. And you can check off as many of these as you want, right? Not a problem. Tags, right, like lances, right, to get the, right, these are your tags. This is where you put your tags in. And tags, basically think of tags as your keywords, right? What are people going to search for to find your page, right? Funny cat Christmas videos. Funny Christmas videos, right? Funny dog videos, right? Hilarious Christmas videos, right? And what I've done with the way I've phrased these is I've actually embedded multiple keywords there, right? We've got cat Christmas videos, funny cat Christmas videos, right? Funny Christmas videos. I probably didn't need to do this one, but, right? Add the tags, add the keywords and keyword phrases that apply. Make sure it shows a featured image. Long-tailed keyword phrases are awesome. And then whether or not in a single post view you want to show the featured image, and I tend to. And then instead of changes here, you would have save draft or publish. You would just hit publish. Yes, if you use a long-tailed keyword, if you use a longer keyword, you have a better chance of ranking in those niches that are so heavily used, right? Make Money Online has massive massive competition. Make money online by blogging about your passion. See what I mean? Longer tail keyword. And we'll, right, over the coming days and weeks, we will be doing keyword training and all of the rest of it using the phone versus using the phone to recruit people into your business opportunity. Right? Do your keyword research. Know which keywords, right, are being searched and which ones have a low enough competition but high enough monthly search for you to target. It'll take a little extra time when you're getting started. After a while, though, you'll be able to do that keyword research in like 5 minutes. Okay? So, there, all right? Now, if I couldn't come up with a headline, right, if I couldn't manage to put one together that I liked that, right, seemed like it would be popular, you can actually go here and hit Give Me a Headline. Review Big Polly's training. Always, you betcha. And that's going up on our team site as well. So Big Polly's training is phenomenal on blogging, right? So to have it suggest a headline, you click Give Me a Headline, enter your subject, right? We'll go funny videos, right? Your topic, get headline ideas. Ah, oops, that wasn't what I wanted. There we go. Give me a headline, right? Funny videos, get ideas, right? Sometimes it'll be good. Otherwise, you just keep going, right? You can just keep going, right? How I use funny videos to create my dream life. Yeah, not bad. Could use tweaking, right? But you don't have to, right, rack your brain. You can check with that. If you don't have any idea what you want to blog about, you haven't decided on a topic, you have no idea, click on Give Me an Idea. It's going to give you a random inspirational idea. If you liked it, want to use it, say, awesome, I'll write about this. If not, give me another idea. Right? Share your top 5. Write a top 5 list. Right? Top 5 favorite TV shows, candy bars, places to visit. Right? Top 5 lessons you've learned about a particular topic or from a specific experience. That should give you enough to build on. So you shouldn't ever really have a problem with coming up with something to blog about. Okay? I just wanted to show you those two as extra bits. All right. Now, we've been kind of sort of answering questions as we go. And I've been rattling for, wow, over an hour and a half. Okay, this one was a little bit long, but right, there's a lot of pieces in here. Is there anything that I covered that you have questions about? Anything specific that you're having a problem with, something you're trying to do and you can't get the template to do it? Now's the time. Any additional questions? And folks, you're not going to want to head out just yet. Lance does need to. Lance has requested a few minutes, right? So we need you to hang around, stick around. But I'm not seeing any additional questions coming up, so I'm going to assume that we covered everything. All right. I'm going to hand mic control over to Lance for his announcements that he needs to make. All right, so.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there you are. I'll go ahead and mute me out. It's all yours.
That's fine. Hey, I really just want to give big kudos to Beth, and for all this wonderful training and all the details. There's so much happening. I know a lot of you out there. I've known Beth for a long time. I've known Dale. I've known Henry. I've known Mike. We've been around for quite a while out here. Just want to tell you, man, big kudos, because we are in the right place at the right time. Beth is providing such quality training with all the details to know exactly what to do. And I will tell you that, just go in. That's what I did. I just went in there, started playing with it, tweaked it, tried to get it the way I want it. And that's all you got to do is just follow kind of what Beth showed you, the details. Go in there, play with it, tweak it yourself, and get it to the way you want it. And the reason I wanted to share just a couple of things tonight was I've been trying to read, as you post your blogs, been really trying to take the time to read those, post, like them, G+ them for you, get them out there, post a comment. And what I've noticed since the 21-day blogging challenge, since I've been doing that, putting it over in the 21-day blogging challenge Facebook area and out there, I've been having people connect with me on Facebook. So they're adding me as friends. I'm getting likes, other comments. So this works. Bottom line is this works. You find your passion, like Beth says, start dealing with that and staying with it, yeah, we're going to find that it's really going to turn out to a wonderful 2015. And I know a lot of you, we really got a great team. Everybody's stepping in to do something. Dell's stepping in to help. Somebody's helping with the graphics on the Facebook, and Sherry, doing some things. So I pay attention. I come in in the evenings. That's when I can get busy. I can look in the day. I really can't do much in the day and on the weekends. But we're also going to post. I told Beth I would take on the task of posting the iPass 2 daily action plan first thing when I show up to my day job in the morning, get it onto our Facebook. So all we have to do, people, is take action on that. I took one action on that Craigslist one. I have over 40 leads. People started coming back to me, sending me emails, with their resumes. They actually sent me resumes. All I did was take the ad from the iPass 2 done for you Craigslist, and that's pretty interesting. Y'all, can you hear what I'm saying? Are you listening? Yeah. So if you will really just follow, if you don't know what to do, some of us know some things to do, and we do that on our own too. But if you don't, just follow that iPass 2 done for you stuff and just do those daily actions and be consistent. And over time, you're really just going to become successful. Love the cars, Becky. Yeah, I'm a kind of a car person. My dad had vets, so I kind of like the older cars too, and that's real nice. And so, knowing me, I probably would have stuck that picture up there where the guy had flipping the bird. So I might have stuck it up there anyway. Right. So yeah, we got to make sure that the daily action plan's posted. Anybody has some added value or any quality training, such as Mike, outstanding in journalism for those many years. Can't ask for better. You got an expert. And anybody has any other things that they'd like to train in, Beth and I have talked about that too. You got to, take the time, share it with the team. Bring your people, and that was the other thing. And Beth, you can talk about that in Skype or something. If new people are coming into our Skype group and we need to do newbie training, just going over the iPass 2 system so everybody knows they're connected, what's in there, and that they've got it all set up correctly, we will do that too. And I've offered to take the time to do that with everything else Beth is doing. And it's just up to who wants to do it and when everybody's available to do it. So pretty much that's all I have. Beth, we good? Just want to give big kudos to everybody.
Sorry, I had to unmute me. I had to find me again. But I just want to say thank you to Lance for the props. You guys are all awesome. What I want to see you guys succeeding, and if there's something I can do to help with that, then absolutely, right? I am here, and we've got an awesome leadership team developing within our new groups. So do keep your eyes open. We'll have announcements coming up, and definitely things going on, more trainings as well as Q&As. And if you feel like you can contribute, then certainly feel free to reach out to one of the leaders on the team, right? Whether it's me or Lance or Dale or Sherry or Andy, Kath and Andy. Andy has been doing some admin things as well. So just kind of pay attention to when the leaders post in the group, right? Frequently we're posting for a reason, right? And if we're bracketing it with graphics, we're really trying to say, hey guys, pay attention to this, right? And the interaction has been phenomenal so far. We could always write there's not nearly enough likes on the Facebook page yet and the YouTube channel and everything, so I'm going to poke. If you haven't liked the Facebook page or subscribed to the YouTube channel, you need to do that. The links are posted in our Facebook page. Dale reposted them for me today, so I know they're recent, right? You want the social love, you got to get involved, okay?
Well, do me a favor before you take. Can you guys take a look at the Facebook? Tell me if you're okay with that on our Facebook page.
Sure.
Should be posted just for today, just as a. And what I found is when I tried to use the direct iPass update link. For some reason, it kicked me out. I don't know if that, not sure why. So I chose to use one of the Prosperity Team link shorteners to get it in there. So I just want to make sure you all see it.
I'm not seeing it. Did you post it as the page, Lance? Or did you post it as you?
No, I just did it in the comment block under the page, the Great Escape Team.
Okay. It's weird that it's not. Let me see here. Lance posted. All right. Yeah, you posted as you. What you're gonna, I think I've got to get you added as admin over there. It's best to post that kind of thing as the page, and that way it pops up, right? Like that's how these things are showing up full size right there. But yeah, we can do that. Take us like 3 minutes to go over how to do that. Easy enough. I just have to get you added.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that each and every day when you come in, because everybody has different hours, so each and every day when you come in, I'm 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, between 8 and 9 a.m.
Posted to the Skype group was where, right, initially that's what I was under the impression of this morning, was that you were going to post it to the Skype group. That was where I was trying to get it posted.
Yeah, well, I think I can do both. We could do both. I probably can't do it from where I'm at in the day for Skype, but I can definitely put it onto the Facebook so everybody can see it. And if you come in there, just click on the link.
Yeah, but the only thing is that is starting to pull our right. Skype is our hub. We start posting too much over on the Facebook page that isn't in the Skype hub, and it's going to start pulling people away from the hub.
You can't do both,
right? We'll work it out, right? We gotta get a leadership call going. Yeah, right. There are so many ideas that are flying through my head, and that I've been getting from you guys. But we gotta get a leadership call.
It's all good. It's just that I told you I'd do it, and so we'll just figure it out.
And that's fine. If I can get somebody to grab it then off the Facebook page and post it to the Skype group at an early enough point in the day, right? We're golden. We're good to go.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I was just going to share. So, all right. Well, awesome. All I can say is it's awesome, man. And I wish everybody, I would say this. I really wish you'd figure out how to get to these events. There's nothing better than being at these events. That's all I'm going to say. Man, they're amazing. So, have a great evening.
Yep. No worries, Steve. All right. It looks like we're shedding people. Yeah, the events, really, honestly, right, the events are huge. I can't say enough about them, right? I've been to pretty much every single major event. Actually, I've been to every major event since I got started, right? The events are certainly, right, like that's where we get to interact with our team, and where you get the ability to talk to the company leaders, and the energy of being around that many people, right, pulling in the same direction you are is just phenomenal. I think that was pretty much what you were saying, Lance. You're a little quiet, so I just wanted to.
I muted myself. I was done.
Okay, good. No worries. So I'm going to stop the recording then, and we will pick up again.